guys, this is LeGrandzilla, and I have here a diorama I started for an upcoming project. So this is sort of part one of a video series that I'm doing on a project that I've been thinking about for a long time. Originally I was going to have a couple Deimos War of the Gargantua kits coupled with my Overground Frankenstein versus Baragon, thinking they'd all be pretty close to scale and they'd kind of be putting the original Frankenstein Conquers the World with War of the Gargantua as the sequel. And I was going to put like a horse ranch and then some campers, and I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to do it, but here's the finished piece without the monsters. So the main characters aren't there, but the diorama itself is sort of a character, and I just wanted to kind of show some of the details of it. This is a cave. Who knows, maybe it's something that was built at one time by Baragon. There's some water here, and a few campers tenting here, and one of the guys notices there's something going on. He might be saying something like, "Hey guys, you hear that?" And so then as we turn the corner here, got our trees. We got a broken fence where some rubble had come down and broken through the fence. And you don't see Baragon yet, but Baragon maybe is going to come down this hill and attack the horses, because you know Baragon in the movie Frankenstein Conquers the World was always after livestock to eat: pigs, horses, chickens. And so you have here a dead horse got kind of crushed under his foot. I have this guy kind of looks like, "Oh no, not you, Bucky." And then there's a couple horses there looking on, and then there's a guy saying, "Okay, I'm out of here." He's gonna jump the fence. There's a guy that had a pitchfork full of hay that he was maybe going to bring to the horses. Of course, we have a lot of hay in the field that had just been rolled up. And then you got this guy with a pitchfork sticking up as if to say, "Okay, prepare to meet the business end of my pitchfork," because he's pointing at where Baragon will be. So here's the shed. It's kind of like a stable, small stable with a couple areas for the horses to be. There's a guy that's kind of looking through across here to see what is going on over there. What's that noise? There's a guy that is coming out of the stable, and there's some hay bales, and you know there's some stuff there like wheelbarrow, and there's a wheelbarrow back on that end too. But up on here, this is kind of an engineering feat that I had to overcome. Those two pins up here are where Frankenstein is going to be putting his feet. And then he's going to be holding Baragon's tail and trying to either swing him or pull him back from this scene, as though he's trying to protect these people. Not much on this back side. This will just be a place that'll either be up against a corner or a wall or whatever. But nothing going on there. So that is the diorama. So hope you like seeing it. And we'll have the finished piece with the monsters on it next time. I have the finished diorama. Earlier I showed the building of the diorama itself, but here it is with the Overground kit on it. As I might have mentioned in the other video, my Overground kit didn't have a base, which works out fine because I like making my own bases, as you can see. But mine came with two Baragon heads, and at the end of the video I will show pictures of how I used that in another custom diorama with Baragon and Gorosaurus coming out from the arc from Destroy All Monsters, the Paris scene where it said Baragon is attacking Paris and it was actually Gorosaurus. So this is the finished diorama with all the different stuff going on, and it is, I'm happy with it. It would have been cool if I could have got a better connection in the on the tail, but when you look at it from an angle like this, it's pretty, it looks pretty good, but they're not actually really connected. Frankenstein is connected to the base on his feet, and the only place that Baragon is actually connected to anything is right here on a pin. And this is supposed to be, the idea I guess would be before he does a lot of destruction, he's just hitting the building, and so there's a dent in it, and the next second would be that he'd probably fall right into it and everybody's going to get crushed or whatever. So it's got all the different things going on. The people behind here are a little bit oblivious, maybe seeing something's going on. One guy's trying to get out of the corral. Another guy is a little bit dumbfounded, just sitting there with his pitchfork full of hay, and one guy's using his pitchfork as a weapon. And then there's the guy that's kind of going towards the horse that's underneath there. It's really hard to see with this lighting, but there is a dead horse there, and then there's a couple horses here as well. But Frankenstein is kind of in an almost impossible situation here. It'd be a very short-lived amount of time that he'd be there unless he's Spider-Man. But it's about the only way I could connect them the way I was hoping to. It didn't work quite as, the same angle of the tail isn't quite the same as in pictures I've seen, so maybe it was meant to be bent a little bit, but I didn't do that. And so of course you have the campers there. One of them is noticing the noise, and the other ones are not quite reacting yet. So I think the idea would be that Frankenstein and Baragon just scampered over this hill, and Baragon is probably smelling and going after the horses, and Frankenstein's deciding to try to pull him back, but a little too late. So another Baragon piece that is very unique. Probably be impossible for me to ever ship, but I had a great time making it. So I appreciate you checking out this video. And until next time, bye.